Yo, brother, it's time for us to start talking the real, man. We've been sugarcoating too much. We've got to start calling everything out for what it is.
I just completed installing these Clark Pads bumpers on my EXN. Now these are available for the RS. I do wonder if they would fit on the MSP and the MSX. I'm not sure. EXN and the Monster Pro. I do have a set of these coming for my Monster Pro. I just haven't gotten them yet. They cost me, now I'm in California, so when you add shipping and taxes, they were about $100 to my door. And they're made out of a 3D printed material. It's got a little bit of give to it. So it's got the typical 3D printed finish on them, which is not that great. It's kind of rough, right? But it's what we're all used to with these 3D printed objects that we get nowadays. I like the look though. Let's see. These, I guess, fill three functions as I see it. One, of course, the primary function are bumpers, right? To protect your shell against a front and a rear impact, most likely from a crash. It provides a kickstand function. I'll show you that more later in the back. And aesthetics. Now, probably you're either gonna love it or hate it. Or maybe you might be in between, but I love how these look. Now, I think they make the Gotway wheels look even more brutish. That's how I would describe the Gotway look. It's kind of a brute look. These probably would not look all that great on a pretty wheel, like one of the InMotion wheels. But for Gotway, it fits right in, and I think, again, it enhances the look for me. So let's take a closer look at the back here. Here's a better look at the texture that you get with the 3D print, which is should be nothing new to you guys. And also, I want to highlight that this does not get in the way of the digital voltage display that pops up over here. I do want to highlight one item that might be bothersome to you, at least you should know about it, is that if you do like the mud guard, I actually really do like this mud guard. It's a real pain in the butt to get in here, but once you get in here, man, it feels really secure, and it's pretty flexible too. But for this kickstand function to work, it takes 3 points of contact, right? Here, here, and then the tire. Well, when this is installed, this becomes the third point of contact, and it's closer to here, so it becomes less stable. And then, of course, it's flexible, so it's even more unstable. So basically, if you want to use the kickstand function, you're going to have to remove this, and that's what I did. And I'm probably going to make use of the bumper to wedge in a sheet of plastic that I'm going to form that'll act as a mud guard. That'll be my solution for that. How are these installed? Well, Clark Pads gives you a bag of this, looks like an industrial type plastic adhesive, and they give instructions for using this adhesive to glue these pads to your shell. I think that would be a big mistake to do, because if you glue these to the shell, yes, it'll provide the perfect connection for these to the shell. But if you need to get into this wheel, it's going to become a destructive process. You're going to no doubt destroy the pads and potentially even damage the shell. I don't know how strong this adhesive is, and I can just imagine how awful it would be to try and get in the shell. And these bumpers actually overlap the side panels. So if you glue these on, you're never going to get into your wheel. And guys, these are Gotway wheels. You need to maintain access to the insides. So I would not recommend gluing these at all. The other option you have is use tape, a double-sided tape, which I think would work great. And if you go this route, you gotta make sure you use some kind of a mounting tape. Basically, you want a double-sided tape that's thick. In this case, it's a 1/16 inch thick. I think if I were using here, I'd go for one of these tapes that's about 1/8 of an inch thick, because these bumpers, they fit the shell well, but it's not a friction fit, so you need something that can fulfill a gap filling function. That's what this would do. Well, what I did is I used my industrial strength Velcro, which I use. That's how I adhered these clog pads to the wheel, and that's how I use it all over the place. It's Velcro brand, and it's industrial strength. That's referring to the adhesive. The actual material is the same, but the adhesive on this stuff is amazing compared to what the Velcro you buy in the home center. It sticks tenaciously to the shell, and it sticks really nice to these bumpers. And so of course you can probably see it does push out pads a little bit because of the thickness of the Velcro. But I think it probably adds even a little more shock absorption because there's a little more give. And having Velcro, yes, it's not rigid. There's slight movement. But believe me, these will not come off even in a crash. Let me bring the camera in and I'll peel one of these off for you. Let's remove this. There, you see it's not going to come off that easy, right? And this stuff is still adhering really nicely. And it's nice about Velcro is you put it on, and after you use it for a while, you know, hitting things and just wear and tear, it eventually it grabs more and more tenaciously the longer it's on. There you go. And the last thing I wanted to show you is the kickstand in action, which I will definitely be making use of that a lot. Great, and it's got a typical amount of stability that you'd expect from this kind of a kickstand. I really like that feature. All right, guys. Well, can't wait to get my set for the Monster Pro so I can continue the brute look on my wheels. All right, guys. Hope you got something out of this video, and I'll talk to you later.